what could 2026 have in store for households like Kaylee's? Well, here to gaze into her crystal ball is Sally Mitchell, a mortgage broker from Versed Financial, which specialises in financial planning for women. Sally, before I ask you about the year to come, let's just wrap up this year. Start with this week's rate cut. Kaylee was hoping for a drop. She got one. Have the 2-year and 5-year fixes actually changed since Thursday?
No, not really. The current average 2-year fix is 4.82% and 5-year is 4.9. That's an average overall of 4.88. The cheapest at the moment 2-year fix is actually 3.51. So if you're lucky enough to fit the criteria and requirements for that sort of rate, you are looking at quite a nice small rate at the moment. 5-year 5-year cheapest is 3.7. What's happened is that these reductions have been sort of drip fed over the last couple of weeks. So lenders have already adjusted their rates in anticipation of this reduction.
OK. Lending rules were relaxed in the spring, and the property agency
Yes.
Savills says first-time buyer spending on homes rose to the highest proportion since at least 2007 as a result. What are you seeing?
Yeah, definitely. That seems to be the profile of my clients at the moment. Lots of people are sitting and waiting for, the budget. They were sitting and waiting for that, waiting to see if a base rate cut came. It did. First-time buyers have not really been affected. They are the ones who are carrying the market at the moment.
And the Financial Conduct Authority has also just announced it's going to consult on more changes for not just first-time buyers, but also self-employed workers and later life borrowers. What might that mean?
Well, it does need a review. It really does. I'm very excited about this public consultation. There are a lot of underserved customers, and they need to simplify the rules to allow more flexible products. More people are self-employed and have much more complex incomes than in previous years. Later life lending, I think, has had a bad rap. People are scared of it, and actually, there's no real need. There is an awful lot of legislation around it. There's a lot of protection, and I think housing wealth is going to play an increasingly important role in later life financial well-being.
OK, there have been concerns raised, haven't there? There always are, that relaxing the rules could cause problems further down the line and put people at risk of falling into negative equity, for example. Is that something that worries you?
No, it doesn't. I mean, it did. I lived through the negative equity problem, earlier in this century, and it was not fun at all. There are so many regulations
Mm.
and safety nets in place. There is a promise with later life lending that there will never be negative equity. That is not a risk, so people don't have to worry about that. But yeah, for buyers, home buyers, it is always something that looms in their imagination.
OK, crystal ball time then. Will we
hmm
see more first-time buyers in 2026?
Yes, I think we will. The relaxation of stress testing, the opening up of more a variety of products from lenders, it's really becoming quite innovative, which is exciting. And I think we will definitely, because people still have that desire to own home.
And what about interest rates? Have we passed the peak?
I think so. Yeah, I'm going to be really, really positive for 2026. I think the new normal will settle at 3.5%. One bank that I spoke to this week predicted that by the end of 2026, the bank base rate will be 3%. So,
Well,
falling down to 3.5 for the average buyer, I think is totally possible.
maybe we'll get you back this time next year. See if you were right.
Oh, God.
Sally Mitchell from Versed Financial, thank you very much indeed.
Pleasure.